Hello, hi. Welcome to Jnanabodh Science Center, where we learn, unlearn and relearn. So today we are going to talk about very important topic. So let's get started. In previous videos, we have studied about what is chemical reaction, what are chemical changes and physical changes, chemical equation and how to balance chemical equation. If you have not seen that videos, link is given in the description box. Please go back and check out the videos first. Then in this part, we are going to talk about types of different chemical reactions. Now what are different types of chemical reactions and why we have to study it? Okay, so we have seen different chemical changes. All changes were not same. Each and every change was with new process, some different kind of reaction. So we need to classify reactions on the basis of the reactants and their products. So by classifying, we will understand about a particular element, the chemical property of particular element, chemical property of compound which is formed due to that element. So all these things we need to understand, and that's why we need to write or we need to understand types of chemical reactions. But before that, you know that the matter, whatever we see around us, whatever present around us, whatever we can see, touch, feel, all these things are called as matter. And matter can be classified into two main components or two main categories, and that categories are pure substances and impure substances. Now under pure substances, we study two different components. First component is element and second component is compound. Now you have came across with the concepts like atom, molecule and then compounds. All these concepts you have already studied. But what is atom? Atom is the smallest particle of matter. Element consists same kind of atom. And when two elements react with each other, they give us a chemical reaction and a compound with new set of chemical properties. So we are going to study how two elements or how different elements react with each other to form new compound, and these reactions are classified into different types. And what are that types? So here the list of different types of reactions are given, which we are going to study during these discussions. So first of all, we will start with two reactions. So to understand that reaction, let's take an example. Let's start the discussion. Okay. So I'm just placing some things on board and you will understand what I'm trying to explain. Okay, so here you can see there are some colorful papers I have stick on the board. You can see here, consider this as element A and this as element B. And this whatever thing we are getting here, consider it as C. So here this is representing a reaction. So let's separate the sides first by writing an arrow sign. Okay, so here A and B reacts with each other, that is plus sign, we are separating it with plus sign. A and B reacts with each other to give a new product with totally new set of properties, that is C. So now here A and B, it's combining with each other, and that's why instead of C we can write here AB. Instead of C we can write here AB. We are getting new compound, but in that compound there will be existence of A and B. Let's take an example. For example, hydrogen reacts with oxygen to give water. Now here, as you can see, the reaction is not balanced. We have to balance the chemical reaction. And how to balance it? See here, hydrogen 2, oxygen 1. So we have to get here 2. So how we will get 2 here? Just add 2 here and 2 here. Okay, so now the reaction is balanced. We are getting 2 molecules of water after the reaction of hydrogen and oxygen. Now what we can see here? We can see here that when 2 reactants are reacting with each other, we are getting only one product. 2 reactants reacting with each other to give only one product, then this type of reaction is called as combination reaction. This reaction is called as combination reaction, where 2 elements are reacting with each other to form only one compound. Now these are molecules. This is hydrogen molecule and this is oxygen molecule. So when they are reacting with each other, they are forming only one compound. Let's take another example here. For example, sodium when reacts with chlorine, again chlorine is diatomic molecule, to form NaCl, that is salt. Now here also you can see Na is element, chlorine is diatomic molecule. So when A and B reacts with each other, they give AB, that is only one compound. Again, reaction is not balanced. We have to balance chemical reaction. So write here 2 as chlorine 2. We have to get 2 chlorine here. And then because of adding this 2, we have to write 2 here in front of sodium. Okay. So here you can understand that how combination reaction works. Let's take another example. For example, magnesium reacts with oxygen, gives MgO, that is magnesium oxide. Now here also we need to balance chemical equation. Write 2 here. So now this chemical equation is balanced. Again A plus B gives only one compound, and this type of reaction is called as combination reaction. Now in your book example is given when calcium oxide, okay, when calcium oxide is mixed with water, you can see, you can touch that beaker or the mixture, the temperature increases. Now when calcium oxide reacts with water, it produces slaked lime. Now what is slaked lime? That is calcium hydroxide. So let's write that reaction also. When calcium oxide, now here see there is a compound, not element. Here we are writing a compound. When a compound reacts with another compound, for example water, now this is a reaction because we are getting only one product. Okay, so here we are getting calcium hydroxide. Okay, here we are getting calcium hydroxide. So when calcium oxide reacts with water, it gives calcium hydroxide. Now the reaction is balanced. We don't need to balance the chemical equation, but we have to write the states of matter here again to understand how reaction is actually occurring. So here calcium oxide is solid in nature, water is liquid in nature, and then calcium hydroxide, what we are finding or what we are getting as a product, is aqueous in nature. Now these all examples will explain what is combination reaction. So the base of combination reaction is when 2 compounds or 2 elements or any 2 components, reactants, react with each other, they produce only one compound. Okay, and therefore this reaction is also called as synthesis reaction. Now where the word synthesis comes in any other biological concept? Yes, very correct, that is photosynthesis. Now in photosynthesis what happens? Carbon dioxide reacts with water to produce glucose. Now you will say, and there we are getting oxygen, there we are getting water. Again, water, excess water is thrown out in the form of water vapors, so that's why that will not be a product of the reaction. But yes, oxygen can be a byproduct of reaction. But what is synthesizing? Yes, glucose is synthesized during the reaction, and that's why photosynthesis is a very good example of combination reaction. Now, totally different to that, we are going to see the next type of reaction. And what is that? So let's take an example here. Again, you will understand what I am trying to say. Okay. Again, I am putting some diagrams here, some artifacts here to understand properly what actually the chemical reaction is. Okay. Now here you can see totally opposite of this. Okay. Here you can see totally opposite of this. AB, the same product. Let's separate the sides here. Yes, to get two different products, A and B. Totally opposite of the reaction. Here, AB breaks down to give two products. That is, one reactant will produce two products, and this type of reaction is called as decomposition reaction. This type of reaction is decomposition reaction. Okay, now here this decomposition has to follow some or the other energy source. Okay, now here decomposition, now dehydration, the word means dehydration, means removal of water. So in the same manner, decomposition, so there are two words, we can break the word decomposition. Composition is something mixture or something composite. Some elements will be there, some other components will be there. So there is a combination of some elements or some compounds. So to decompose or to decompose them. Okay, so this particular reaction is called as decomposition reaction. Now this decomposition reaction will give us two products. Okay, by decomposing only one reactant. Now this happens in nature properly by decomposers. Okay, decomposers will decompose organic matter into their constituents. Okay, into their constituents, and that's why that reaction is also a decomposition reaction. Now here also we are going to take some examples of decomposition reaction. Electrolytic decomposition. Now in this electrolytic decomposition we get two gases, that is hydrogen and oxygen. Okay, now there is a system for this, that is we need to have water in beaker and then test tubes in that which are inverted, and electrodes will be there in that test tube, and we will get two different gases in a particular test tubes. Okay, so how to identify which gas is in which test tube, because both are colorless. So how we will identify? So one test tube will burn with pop sound which contains hydrogen gas, as hydrogen gas is combustible gas and oxygen will support the combustion. So in another test tube where there is oxygen, if we put burning splinter or burning matchstick near to that test tube, the matchstick will burn very bright flame. Matchstick will burn with very bright flame, and therefore that particular gas will be oxygen, and if gas burns itself, then it will be hydrogen. Oxygen is not combustible gas, but it supports combustion, and hydrogen is combustible gas. Okay, so how to identify gases? By their properties. Hydrogen is combustible gas, oxygen supports combustion. Okay, and by electricity, water is decomposed into its constituents, and therefore this particular decomposition reaction is called as electrolytic decomposition. Okay, now there is another example. Let's take another example here. AgBr, when kept exposed, okay, it will also it will get converted into its constituent Ag and Br2. Okay, because it is halogen, so it will be in diatomic form. Okay, so Ag, Br2. Let's balance the chemical equation by writing this. Okay, so we will get this type of chemical reaction. Now, how this AgBr or how this AgBr is converted into its constituents, which type of energy source is required here? Yes, it is sunlight. It is sunlight. So when AgBr is exposed to sunlight, it will get decomposed into Ag and Br. Okay, now as sunlight is used here, or sunlight is responsible for this decomposition, therefore this particular reaction is called as photolytic decomposition. Why photolytic? Photo represents light and lytic means breaking down the substance. Okay, lytic, lysis is the word. Photolytic decomposition. Okay, so these are two types of decomposition reaction. Okay, let's take another example. Iron sulfate is giving us three different products. One component, one compound, it's converted into three different products. We are getting ferric oxide, yes, sulfur dioxide gas and sulfur trioxide gas. So we are getting sulfur dioxide, sulfur trioxide and iron oxide. So what we need to do here, what we understand here, that is one product, one compound is converted into three different products. So how this decomposition occurs? By heating. So ferrous sulfate on heating produces iron oxide, sulfur dioxide and sulfur trioxide. Now how we will understand which gas is produced here? Again this gas will not have color. So what we have to do here? We have to put here, or we have to understand it by litmus test. Wet litmus paper we have to keep it in front of the test tube. The litmus paper will change its color and that's why we will understand which gas is produced here. So here what is happening? Due to heat, iron sulfate is decomposed into its constituent. Okay, now this is because of heat and that's why this particular reaction is called as thermal decomposition. Thermal decomposition. Okay, now this reaction is called as thermal decomposition. So there are three different types of decomposition reaction, that is electrolytic decomposition, it is also called as electrolysis. Next is photolytic decomposition, where it is also called this is photolytic decomposition, and the third type is thermal decomposition. Okay, so decomposition reaction has three different types. Now first of all, you need to understand that what is a type of reaction by its base reaction or base general equation. Okay, like combination reaction has general equation A plus B gives AB. Decomposition reaction has its general reaction like AB gives A plus B. Now for this decomposition we need energy source, and that energy source is either electricity, sunlight or heat. Okay, and depending on the energy source we are using, the decomposition reaction, yes, is classified into three types: electrolytic decomposition, photolytic decomposition and thermal decomposition. Now how the question will be asked in exam, or what you need to study about the types? First of all, you need to remember the general equation of the reaction which we have already represented here. Okay, now some examples you have to keep it in mind, because the question will be asked like explain the combination reaction with example, or explain decomposition reaction with example, or the question will be asked like write short note on decomposition reaction and explain its types. So you have to write all the types. Okay, that is a base question. Then the question will be asked like reaction is given and you have to identify the reaction. Question will be asked like balance the chemical equation and identify that. Okay, so maybe reaction is given, you have to balance and you have to then identify whether it is combination reaction or decomposition reaction. And in decomposition reaction, you have to again identify whether it is thermal decomposition, whether it is photolytic decomposition, or whether it is electrolytic decomposition. So I hope you have understood to this point. The next remaining types of reaction we will be including in next video. So bye for now. If you have any question, please write in the comment box, that will be answered. Whatever your queries or whatever your doubts are there, please write in comment box. We will be answering that soon. Bye for now. We'll meet soon.